Hello everyone, my name is Alan Shi, and today my presentation is on bias against Asian players in the NBA. The Asia continent is an area scouts overlook and underutilize. There are over 300 million citizens that play basketball in China. I believe there's a ton of talent out there and should be developed more systematically. Jeremy Lin was the last Asian guard that played a game in the NBA. He struggled to find a team during free agency last summer and decided to play in the Chinese Basketball Association. Lin has a career average of 11.6 points per game and 4 assists per game. He is more than qualified to have a job in the NBA. I believe his race is the main reason why he was out of the league. Jeremy is a free agent right now. Despite having a great season in the CBA last year, he's having a hard time getting back to the NBA. We can see in this picture that the Asia continent is huge. There are more than 1.4 billion people in China, and not a single one of them played in the NBA last season. Jeremy Lin attended Harvard University and was a two-time first-team All-Ivy League in 2009 and 2010. He was on the second-team All-Ivy League in 2008. His junior year, he averaged 17.8 points per game, 5.5 rebounds per game, and 4.3 assists per game. He shot over 50% from the field, 40% from three, and 74% from the free throw line. His numbers made him one of the best point guards in college basketball. Despite having a great career at Harvard, Lin did not get drafted. In Michael Lewis' book, The Undoing Project, the Houston Rockets general manager Daryl Morey said bias played a role in Lin not being drafted. He lit up our motto, said Morey. Our motto said take him with the 15th pick in the draft. The objective measurement of Jeremy Lin did not square with what the experts saw when they watched him play. A not terribly athletic Asian kid. Murray hadn't completely trusted his motto, and so had chickened out and not drafted Lin. A year after the Houston Rockets failed to draft Jeremy Lin, they began to measure the speed of a player's first two steps. Jeremy Lin had the quickest first move of any player measured. He was explosive and was able to change direction far more quickly than most NBA players. He's incredibly athletic, said Murray. But the reality is that every person, including me, thought he was unathletic, and I can't think of any reason for it other than he was Asian. Jeremy Lin last played in the NBA during the 2018-2019 season, where he came off the bench for the Atlanta Hawks and Toronto Raptors. I went to NBA.com and found stats of every guard that came off the bench during that season. I did a descriptive statistic test and found the average points per game, assists per game, rebounds per game, field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage. Jeremy ranked 34th in scoring among 123 guards off the bench, and he was above average in 5 out of the 6 categories. We can see Jeremy shot over 34% from three over his career, so one bad shooting season from three shouldn't keep him out of the league. Another player I want to mention here is Guo Lun. He's considered the number one point guard in Asia by many people. He's 6'4" and 190 pounds. He represented China in the 2019 NBA Summer League and averaged 15.7 points per game and 3.7 assists per game. He's also the first Jordan Brand endorsed athlete from China. He averaged over 20 points per game and shot over 50% from the field over the past 3 seasons in the CBA. I'm not saying he'll be a star in the NBA, but I definitely see him as a solid backup point guard. Here's a clip of him crossing over Cody Martin in a Summer League game. Over 26 million citizens play basketball in America. There are around 387 American-born players in the NBA. Therefore, One out of 67,184 American basketball players make it to the NBA. There are more than 300 million citizens that play basketball in China. Using the same probability metrics, there should be an estimate of 4,465 Chinese basketball players in the NBA, but that's not the case. Using myself as example, I started playing basketball at 12 years old. Before I moved to America and played my first game freshman year of high school, I never played organized basketball. There is not much of a system in China, so most kids play street ball. There are way too many kids and not enough basketball courts. I always played in a half court, even though I was always good skill wise, but it took me a while to get used to the pace of a real basketball game. The next step is to tap into the unreached talent and potential in China. As the Houston Rockets organization, we need to set up summer camps, AAU tournaments, and exchange programs. Summer camps and AAU tournaments will give these young players a platform to showcase their talent and train like American players. The exchange program will bring the best high school kids from China to attend high school in the US. Training and competing here will help them earn a college scholarship and possibly get to the NBA. Young players will have the opportunity to receive systematic training. This provides us a chance to find the next Jeremy Lin. It will also create a generation of new fans as these young players will support us going forward. We can see in this photo right here. There are millions of basketball fans in China. So this isn't just a way to find new talent, but it's also a business move as well. Next generation, Fanbo Zhang. Back in 2014, 11-year-old Zhang joined Project Eaglet of the CBS Beijing Ducks as one of the most promising children. 3 years later, he went to US for further training and became a member of the Windermere Prep in 2018. Fanbo just committed to Gonzaga University, which is the #1 ranked program in college basketball. He's the 4-star recruit and is a 6'9" power forward that is rated 93 by 247 Sports. He's the 52nd best prospect in America and the 10th best prospect in Florida. Here are some of his highlights. A common bias against Asian players is that they aren't athletic. We can see with proper training and diet, they could be very athletic. Fanbo is 6'9", but he can run, jump, and move like a guard. He is very mobile and skilled. He has a lot of potential and a bright future. I truly believe we'll see him and more Asian faces in the NBA in the near future. Any questions or concerns, please email me at jaxie@asu.edu. Thank you.